Is kindness, simple human kindness, an inborn trait, or can it be taught in a classroom? Whatever your answer, there's no harm in trying. Our cover story is reported by Mo Rocca.
In the year 2000, as part of a response to bullying, Modesto, California's Johansen High School instituted a course in world religions.
All right, folks, religion, what the heck is it?
Sherry McIntyre says she was the only instructor willing to teach it.
To be quite honest, a lot of people were afraid of it.
Why were they afraid?
Because it's a very delicate subject, and if you don't do it right, there's a lot of fallout, and wars are fought over this stuff, so it's a pretty scary topic to teach, but I'm pretty much not afraid of almost anything, so.
I'm not in any of those religions. Like, I have my own religion, and that's it.
If you don't understand something, you can be fearful, you can be angry at it.
Sherry McIntyre's goal is to promote understanding by drawing connections among the world's major religions.
Religion is it's like a vehicle that gets you from this human experience that we all have, and it connects you with a spiritual one. I teach the golden rule. That is the thread. I've had students say, well, these religions are really all the same, aren't they? They're different, but at the heart, they're all asking for us to treat each other with kindness.
You're teaching a course on world religions, but are you also kind of secretly teaching about kindness?
Yes, I actually am.
McIntyre is just one crusader of kindness featured in the new documentary The Antidote on Amazon Prime. Directed by Kahani Cooperman and John Hoffman, the film was inspired by what Hoffman sees as an increasingly dangerous cultural and political climate.
There has been such division and such rancor that if that division starts eating away at these common decencies that we exhibit towards one another, then our democracy might truly be in danger.
Kindness, they believe, is the antidote. But what does kindness mean? The word itself has been nearly beaten to death, reduced to a slogan on a par now with nice.
I think kindness implies action, more so than nice.
I would never be compelled to make a film about niceness. My gut tells me there's not enough there.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
And so the film highlights people for whom kindness isn't a random act, but a full-time commitment.
Kindness is a fierce tool and a weapon for change.
How do you define kindness?
I think the first real cornerstone is, love thy neighbor.
For Diamond Harges, a community organizer with Indianapolis's Broadway United Methodist Church, that means listening.
Being very curious is an avenue to being a good listener.
What's going on, man?
Known as the roving listener, Harges starts by asking not what people in his hardscrabble neighborhood need, but what they can give.
We normally ask people how poor they are and how can we help them, instead of asking what gifts do you have and how can we celebrate those. There are 45 gardeners in the 4-block radius around my house. Who knew that was there?
You're like a talent scout of the soul.
Yes, yeah, something like that. I just kidnap people to fall in love with each other.
And to help each other.
Hello.
3 years ago, Harges started the Biker Boys and Girls Shop.
Who got the broom? Who gonna sweep? Who want to try that?
Me.
All right.
Where do the bicycles come from?
People donate them. The last 2 years, we got a shipment from the police department.
Kids learn to fix bicycles, along with marketing and communication skills. And neighbors who need bikes get them.
We've had people come up and was like, I really need to get a bike to get to a job interview or something like that. And a lot of times we'll go loan them a bike so that they can go do that.
I think a lot of the time when people hear the word kindness, it's lost a lot of its power. But just like the word nice, it feels kind of anemic. But you're describing something much more muscular.
Yeah, it's a stance. It's something that that we decide to do and we stand by. It's also a practice, right? It's hard to be kind sometimes.
You keep this in your pocket. You understand?
You could drop in anywhere and find people like this, everyday people, doing these kinds of things.
My name is O'Connell. I'm Dr. O'Connell. What do you need? Anything?
I need mental health.
Dr. Jim O'Connell is the founding physician of the Boston Healthcare for the Homeless program,
I still think you had a little bit of a concussion when you fell down.
which serves more than 12,000 each year.
Blood pressure? It is blood pressure, but don't worry, we'll live with it because your oxygen's okay.
Perhaps no one is the victim of more unkindness than the homeless. How do the people you serve see themselves?
If there was a universal feeling that I would gather from the people we serve, is that they are not only poor, but they're very lonely. Homeless people wander this city all day long. No one ever says their name with any kind of dignity. Often they never say their name.
36 years ago, O'Connell was planning to become an oncologist when his mentor suggested he work for a year at a shelter.
How bad are your feet? Are they pretty bad?
Trench foot and frostbite and everything, yeah.
The shelter's chief nurse told Dr. O'Connell to set aside the stethoscope and the medical bag.
She put them aside and I had to soak feet.
Yes, soak the feet of the homeless.
It was probably the best thing that ever happened to me because I was stopped in my tracks. I was used to going 100 miles an hour.
You feel my thumb there? How about here?
And during that 2 months, I probably learned most of the foundations of the care we now provide.
Oh no, that's bad news. So tell me, how's that? Little more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That act would help build trust?
It does. It's surprising. First of all, it flips the power structure so that you're at the feet of the person and they are in charge. And I think just that's the symbolism of that and the practicality of that let people open up.
When we pass a homeless person on the street, what should we do?
The most important thing you can do is to look the person in the eye and just acknowledge them. Really what they're looking for is not to be ignored. Just saying hello to somebody rather than ignoring them is really, really powerful.
Kindness is a power we all have. We just need to decide to use it.